Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lowdown with Liz Glass. Liz Glass with Jones Hollow Realty Group. Today, I have Rich Richani from Austin, Texas, here with me. We met several years back at a Tom Ferry event. Rich is an amazing agent. Rich, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Pleasure meeting you. Like Liz said, we met at Tom Ferry, which is, number one coaching for real estate in the United States. And yeah, we met, I think in 2019, I want to say. So I've been active in real estate for 6 years. I'm located in Austin, Texas. Prior to that, I was in the military. I served for 5 years. I did 2 tours in Afghanistan. Got out of that, became a firefighter in Austin, Texas, because I wanted to keep serving. And then, I ended up buying my first house around 2017, and, I had a less than a pleasant experience. And I thought, I could, bring more customer service and value to clients by, doing it myself. So that's kind of what propelled me into real estate, and, never looked back since then, and just kind of hit the ground running. And I've helped several, veterans, first responders, first-time home buyers, and investors even too. So I own several investment properties in Texas. I own 6 or 7 properties between San Antonio and Austin. And I buy and hold. I've done some flips. I've done some 1031 exchanges. Pretty much anything you can for sale by owners, dealt with them. So anything that you can imagine, pretty much covered it here in our local markets. And I do enjoy, working this area very much. It's super competitive, and I love to feel like I thrive in it.
Well, you know what? I remember right when I first met you, I loved your energy, your enthusiasm, and your knowledge for somebody who's younger. And you had, you taught me a lot at that conference about investing in the multifamilies. And we still need to have a side conversation on that. And we want to thank you for your service because, you have a very, very important role in everybody's life because of what you've done in the past. And to go on to then be a firefighter, now a realtor, clearly you're meant for service. And I see your reviews all the time with your clients, and they have wonderful experiences working with you. So anybody that I have leaving New York, and New York is a funny state. A lot of people are going, to different places, the tax problem here, things like that. But then I also have people that come from other areas to come back to New York. They may have been born here. They go to Texas for a number of years. They like it. As they get older, they want to come back and be near family. So, I know that any client that I have that says they want to go to a different area when they list with me and they're selling, I want to make sure that I can offer a great agent that I know I can trust and that they're going to take the best care of my clients. So anybody heading to Austin I will be referring them to you, Rich. So I just
Well,
want
I
you to know.
really do appreciate that, Liz, and vice versa, reciprocate the feeling towards you. I've learned a lot from you as well. And yeah, New York is an interesting market for sure. I know like a lot of business happens there, and we get a lot of transplants from New York to Austin, Texas. Our, medium sales price is slightly less here. So, you get a lot more bang for your buck for buyers that are moving to Austin. So that's another positive, great thing for, future potential people that are wanting to move to Austin. And our taxes are also way more business friendly as well.
Yeah, that tax thing, it keeps coming up with every interview. So let me ask you, how is your multifamily investments going? Because I'm sure that's something that a lot of people would find really interesting. I know you like to do a lot of,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. So they're going great. I've added about two duplexes every year for, ever since I've gotten my license, and that's just kind of been slowly growing it that way. And it's going great. There's still great opportunities in Central Texas to not only buy a solid investment, but also cash flow, which is foreign to people in higher priced markets. Usually the play there is appreciation, And, you know, we are so lucky to see some markets like San Antonio, for example, and some suburbs around Austin where you could potentially still see cash flow. And so that's still great, and especially right now with, you know, inflation came out yesterday. So, you know, what's a better hedge against inflation than real estate? So, yeah, they're going great. You know, my net worth has skyrocketed throughout the years just by purchasing all these properties before, during, and after COVID. You know, I haven't stopped. I don't really pay attention too much to, you know, sentiments and whatnot. I'm more tapped into the local data. And that's what I try to tell all buyers and any first-time home buyers. You know, if you want to, if everyone has life situations happen, and it doesn't matter what's happening with the economy. If you got to make a decision about buying, selling real estate, whether it's for a first-time home buyer or an investment, you need to connect with a local agent like Liz or myself, where we can break down market stats by the day, by the week. We can see everything that's transpiring in the marketplace today and now versus, you know, the media that's kind of reporting lagging data and don't have context for submarkets. You know, for
Right, they're
example, our
reporting.
market in Austin, Texas is going to be different than New York or whatever. So we kind of don't want to categorize everything into a national market. And then it's better to, you know, whatever market you're in, reach out to that subject matter expert in that market. And that's why I'm appreciate Liz having me here today, because she understands that and she knows, like, you know, her clients, she wants the best for them. And by her connecting them with the subject matter expert in each market, she's providing them with the most current and relevant data for her clients.
And you know what? That is exactly the whole purpose of the show, because I just know with my clients and hearing what their fears and everything are. And that's what I try to explain to them. What you're seeing is reports on national levels. Every market is different. No matter what goes on, there's opportunities in every market. You just have to be aware of them. So thank you for saying all of that, because I agree 100%. So let me ask you this. If there was one great piece of advice that you could give my clients or anybody listening about moving to Texas, what would be the, aside from first contacting you, what would be the next step that you would say, all right, I think this is really important in before you make your decision to come to Austin?
So that's a great question, Liz. And I think right now, given, you know, the economic environment we're in, it's now more important than ever to work with a local expert that understands what's happening. Because even within our market, we have submarkets that, you know, are completely different from the Austin market. You know, we have suburbs like in Cedar Park, Leander, Manor. Those are smaller cities that aren't necessarily trending the same way the bigger cities are. So I would say, you know, connect with your myself or Liz if in those markets. And I would say figure out what areas you want, how long you're looking to stay in a certain area, especially right now. You know, we've seen a great run up of appreciation in the last 2 years. And right now, the market's normalizing, which is normal. That's what we want to see. You know, we can't just keep going up. So, with that being said, you know, it's more, I would say, working with a local expert so they can guide you on each area and the way it's appreciating or what's happening in each submarket, and knowing what your exit strategy is. You know, if you're planning on like getting into a flip right now, you know, in Austin, I would probably, you know, if you don't have any experience, and I would probably tell you not to do that, given I'm actually closing on a flip today that I just did. And I gained some gray hairs from that, and I'm an experienced agent, and I still made a profit, but still, you know, you just have to know, you have to have a plan, just like anything else. You know, home buying is your biggest financial decision. And just like, you know, an investment strategist or, you know, an accountant or financial advisor, I think in these times you need to utilize your realtors just like that, because in all reality, you know, life happens and you're going to need to buy or sell. It doesn't matter what happens with the economy. And having the right person on your side is what's going to make the difference on whether you're buying a good asset or a bad asset. And so my advice would be to, yeah, connect with an agent and sit down and come up with a game plan or strategy. I see so many people that just want to go look at a house, and I don't do business that way personally. I like to sit down with my clients, figure out what they're trying to accomplish, figure out what was going on with their financial situation, come up with a game plan and a strategy that fits their goals and lifestyles. So, and that's essentially what you should look for in a realtor, and not someone that's just wanting to sell something to do it, and someone that's going to care about where you end. Because I know that Liz and I get a lot of referrals from our clients, and the reason we get those referrals is because we put our clients in appreciating good assets, and we know they're going to come back to us because we do good business and we want them to come back. So it's not in our interest to put clients in, bad investments.
Right. You know what, Rich? That's awesome. And that's why if any of my clients need an agent, I want them to work with you because I want to know exactly what you just said. You're going to sit down with them. You're going to discuss what they want to accomplish. You're going to look at their personal circumstances because everybody's different and work out a plan that's going to work for them. So that's awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
absolutely.
listen, anybody interested in learning more about Austin or the surrounding areas, you want to get in touch with Rich, just reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with him. Rich, keep going, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing amazing. And I'm very happy to call you a friend and an agent. And I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful week, wonderful year. It was great. It was
I
great.
really do appreciate that, Liz. Thank you so much. And likewise, anyone in Liz's network, y'all are very lucky to be working with her. And if I can help in any way, shape, or form, please reach out. And y'all are in great hands.
Uh, thanks, Rich. Have a great day. We'll chat soon.
Absolutely.